Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm Brittany and I am in Fairfax Pilates studio here in downtown Fairfax. So if you happen to be in Northern Virginia and you'd like to swing by and say hello or take a class, please visit our website in the link below. All right, so we've got a chair workout for you today. I'm also going to be using the box that comes along with our reformer, and then I'm actually going to use a platform extender. If you don't have one, you can certainly use a mat, so no problem there. As you get ready for the chair workout, I want you to go ahead and get your handles measured before we get going. As a reminder to measure handles, you can sit on the edge of the seat here, and then roughly the handles should be about shoulder height. The other rule that I find to be quite handy is that if you know your reformer settings, whatever the stopper is the same number, mainly. Okay, so as an example, I am 2 and 3 on the reformer, and so 3 is my stopper setting, and I'm at position 3 for the handle. That's a good starting place if you're not certain. So go ahead and get your chair ready to rock and roll, and I'll see you right back here. All right, we are ready to get going. So we're going to start with just some forward fold movements here to get our spine warmed up. So we're going to put our chair on 2 heavy top. So that means take your 2 red springs and hook them at the top. This is a split pedal version of the chair. So if you've got a split pedal chair, make sure that your pedals are linked together so they're working as a team. All right, we're gonna start standing about hip distance, a couple inches away from the frame, and we're gonna just round through the spine. So begin by tucking the head down, rounding, and we're just gonna articulate through the spine. As it makes sense, place the hands on the pedals, and then we're gonna press the pedals down towards the ground, and then slowly unfold as you roll all the way up. I'm gonna take my arms overhead and then continue with a little back bend. All right, hands go down, head, neck, and chest follow. Got some weight here. If this is too heavy for you, feel free to move those red springs to the bottom. And then we roll all the way up. So in addition to just mobilizing the spine here, it is also going to get those abs going. So when I lift here, I'm not back bending, I'm thinking broad neckline, so just that upper thoracic. And one more time, we're going to stay down on this one. So go ahead and round your spine, going down. Now we're going to lift the pedals about knee height, soften the knees, and elongate the spine, gazing just at the seat of the chair. And then you're going to tuck the head around and then press back down. So we float to knees, lengthen and inhale, and then exhale down. I know this is one that overlaps with yoga, right? So we're doing that half lift position here. Flex. Lift to knee high, inhale, shoulders away from the ears, elongate the back. One more time, round, press it down, and then we slowly rise all the way up. Circle the arms up, and then around. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing from the side, but since we're gonna have one arm on it, this will be too heavy. We're gonna drop one of those red springs off. One red spring on the top for side cat. So I'm gonna position myself near the back edge of the frame. And now I'm doing a lateral stretch. So I'm reaching my outside arm over, inside hand meets the pedal, and then I'm trying to reach this one to touch as well. I've got a hinge at the hips. Once both hands are connected, watch that you're not dialed in. You want to have your hips sideways to the chair. Head down, and we press down towards the floor. Let the crown of the head pull to the ground. This is a great warm-up here for the whole body. And then slowly lifting back up, lead the left arm, feed it through the handles, and then we're up. Good. Inhale, the arms go up, lateral bend, clear this shoulder away from the ear, place the hands on the pedals, and press it to the floor. If you're not getting a stretch on this outer side, really pull this outside hip away from the chair. You get all those rotational muscles and fascia. And then we come all the way up. All right, other side. So we turn, reaching the outside arm overhead, and then placing it on the pedals, pressing the pedals down towards the ground, let the head fall down to the ground, and then we slow lift, feeding the opposite arm through the handles, and we come back up once more. This is where you can notice any discrepancies in your right and left. So I certainly do feel a little less limber on this side. All the way up, feeding the right arm up and out. All right, good. So we're gonna keep warming up the back here a little bit. I just pulled the chair out. We're gonna do 2 heavy low springs. So just put both of those red springs on the bottom. And then you're gonna lay prone and push the pedals down. All right, so ideal positioning, your shoulders are directly above the hands and your feet are together. Now, if your back doesn't care for that, you can open your legs out wider, you can bend the knees, and you can also scoot your frame, like your torso backward. Okay, so if your pedals are all the way on the earth, let's just go ahead and shoulders glide down, and we're gonna float up till our back is just parallel with the ground. We're gonna lift the feet just slightly so the legs are active, and then you're gonna lift your chest up, gliding the blades down, and then we exhale to neutral. So watch as you lift up. I love watching people do this. I think this is so good. Do you see how pinchy that is on the neck? Lengthen the back of the neck and then lower down. Inhale, like the tops of the ears are reaching away from the shoulders, and then lower down. One more time. Inhaling up and then exhaling down. All right, so legs are together. We're gonna have our back parallel with the floor. Bend, press. So I'm trying to keep my back parallel to the floor the whole time here. This one works our postural muscles in the upper back. Bend in, press, bend in, and exhale 2 more. And good. Push the pedal all the way to the ground. And let your upper body just kind of drape over the chair. If you're in the right spot, it gives you a little traction on your lower backs. Okay, and then just slide back. Feet are on the ground. Grab the edge of the chair and just enjoy a little traction through the upper back. Right back here, we can go ahead and change the springs again. So we've already got our 2 red bottom springs on. I'm going to add the 2 top blue springs. So 2 heavy low, 2 light top springs. All right. I'm going to switch gears and do a little bit of upper body. So push the pedals to the floor with your feet, and we're going to begin up here. So once you get up to the top, make sure that your foot is on the back edge. We're going to hold our body weight in our arms. So just start here. So you want to keep your arms straight, sink, and pull. So we're just doing some scapula isolations here, elevation and depression. Just see what that range of motion is. So obviously we're getting some work in those traps, but more than anything else, it's just bone density building to just keep your body weight in the arms. Let's get 2 more. Good, easy peasy. All right, so if that is tiring for you, then you're gonna maybe do that again or practice just positioning your body still. We're gonna try to go into not a full range tricep, we're warming, so maybe just a little bend. So put your arms straight. Now I don't loop my thumb. I put my thumb on the same side as the fingers because it allows a little more external rotation at the shoulders. So we're here, and maybe you're just doing a little bend. Okay, we're warming up, don't worry. 3, let's just get 6, 5, and 6. Little like demi triceps. Turn around, we're gonna do the same on the opposite way. So now we'll place our heels on, shoulders are back away from the ears. Again, notice my thumbs are on the same side as my fingers. Here, and little baby press. 2, 3, 4, and one more time. And place the foot. We are not doing the full range tricep dips at the very, very beginning of our workout, okay? Let the pedal glide to the top. We're gonna get our box. And we're gonna put it in front of the pedals. Notice that I've got a little bit of room here, and I'm gonna change my spring so it's half as heavy. 1 red low, 1 blue top. Remember that when you place only 2 springs on, 1 on one column and 1 on the other column is good practice. Okay, we're gonna step on the box with 1 foot, and we're gonna press the pedal completely to the floor. Align the toes so one isn't forward of the other. They should be in relatively straight line. And then when you straighten the legs, the feet should be about hip distance. Okay, so you've got this handle here. The beginning, we're gonna use it. So we're just gonna bend the box knee and up. The box knee. So I'm kind of hugging my shirt there a little bit tight. So what I don't want to happen is the sassy move. All right, so you're gonna keep your hips pretty still and neutral as we lower and lift. Think about this knee. It's gonna go towards our 2nd and 3rd toe. That's kind of where it's aiming, okay? 2 more. And then we're gonna come down and we're gonna hold it. And then we're gonna lift and press. So isometric here on the box knee. Pedal knee is now the moving part. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Straighten both legs and we turn around. All right, the chair can be quite challenging, as you all know, so I'm intentionally taking some easy moves here at the beginning to warm up properly so I don't overtax my joint. So watch out for this sassy stuff, yeah? Keeping the hips neutral. Box knee is the first to bend. So I'm barely using this. I'm not death gripping it. It is there as a safety precaution, right? 5, 6, 1 more time. Hold the knee bent, lift, push, and 2. So we're just getting an isometric on the box knee. The pedal knee is challenging our balance. 7. And then let's go ahead and straighten. Excellent. All right, so once we got the box out, let's keep it. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna place it on the back side of the chair. I'm gonna leave my springs the same. So I've got 1 red low, 1 blue top. This is the level 1 version where you keep your feet on the box. I'm gonna bring my butt to the back edge and I'm reaching my hands backward. My fingers point towards my body, okay? We are curling the tail. So we're flexing the spine and then we flex the spine to come forward. Curve the tail, scoop the pelvic the pelvis under, and then we flex forward. So as we're going back here, obviously a lot of shoulder extension. Also, we're flexing our spine. So the intent in going back here is really to stretch out the lower back and the shoulder extension. And then we're going to go back and we're going to stay. And then we're going to go little tiny pulses. So it's about the ribs rounding forward towards the hip bones. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to stay down here and we're going to bend and push the elbows. So this guy looks like triceps, but it feels like abs. 5, 6, one more time. Arms are straight, flex all the way up. All right, we're gonna do that again. You've got the box here if you need it, but we're gonna do the full version, which is going to be tabletop position for the feet. So we're gonna reach my hands back here and then find tabletop with my legs. So same, we're curving and then flexing. How low can your low back go on the way down? And then how close can you get your ribs to your hips on the way up? Roll backward, flex forward. Scoop your waistline away from your thighs and then crunch forward. 2 more. Actually feels really nice on the shoulders. Okay, here it is. We stay back, crunch, crunch. Little tiny ones here. 5 and 6, 7. Pausing, bend, press. If you weren't sure before, that's abs, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the arms straight. Come all the way up, balance, and then you can place the feet back down. All right, so I am going to use the platform extender in lieu of a mat. Same, a little bit of spacing here at the bottom. Let me just move this back a whisper. Okay, so this is one of the few exercises that the chair makes easier. Usually the chair makes everything far more challenging, but this is some of our mat-based exercises. So go ahead and just lay yourself down on the mat. You're going to reach up and grab the sides of the chair. The intent is not to pull these down, but rather to squeeze in right and left so that you have a little bit of support. Okay, so our low back is connected to the mat. We've got a tabletop position, and then the legs are going to reach out nice and long, and then you go all the way up and over, tap the feet, and then just slowly roll down through the center of your spine and go to the working level. And then again, over, and then all the way back down. We're going to do 3 more here. 3. This is why we did some of the back stretching moves first. 1 more. I'm going to stay over on this last one. So feet to the edge of the seat, and then put your feet under the seat's edge and press up. You'll notice that that really opens up your lower back. This is kind of like short spine. Okay, feet free. Then we go up. Try to keep the feet above the face. Tap. Lift. So as your legs rise, tighten your tummy, squeeze your booty. 2 more. Lift. And again, lift. And then we come down right through the center. And then go ahead and roll up and turn around. All right, bridging. So I'm gonna leave the pedal settings the same, one heavy low, one light top, and we're on our backs. All right, so as we begin, notice that the soles of the feet are on the edge of the chair. We have two rules. We're not pulling the pedals down yet, and we're not pushing the chair. Okay, so you've got to use a lot of hamstrings and glutes to make sure that the chair doesn't move. Go ahead and let your arms rest at your sides. Take a breath in, and then we're going to scoop and lift to bridge. And then you're rounding, and then you roll back down. So really articulate through the tail, round through that imprint, lift. Breathe in at the top here. So butt, yes, hamstrings, obvious. Press the arms down strongly, get a little tricep, and notice how it opens the shoulders and the chest. And then round down. Getting fancy on this one, okay? Scoop, lift. All right, so right here, we stay. Have an imaginary pillow at the knees that you're squeezing. So we've got butt, hamstrings, triceps, and inner thighs. Staying here, we're gonna bend the knees, pull the pedal down a little, and then return. So as I bend my knees, I'm not dropping my butt, or I'm trying not to. For 5. So if you're pushing the chair, that's a pretty good indicator that your butt's not working. All right, so make sure you're squeezing your glutes. One more time. And then you're just gonna round and roll down. All right, even fancier. I know you like fancy. I love fancy. Here we go. Tuck the tail. Up we go. You're gonna take one leg up. Flex, point. Flex, point. 2 feet on the pedals. Ooh. And up, down, 1. Keep squeezing your butt. 3, 2 feet on the pedals. All the way down we go. All right, give yourself a little hamstring stretch. If you have moved your chair or if you have moved your body, reposition so that your knees and your hips are about 90 degrees. We're gonna add the bending, okay? So here we go, breath in, prepare. Get your butt ready for this one. Exhale, tuck, and rise. Let's do it. This one goes up, the other one bends. 3, 2, 1, return. Turn this on. 1, 2, 3, return. 1, 2, 3, return. 2 feet, I did not drop my butt. Other legs up, bend. 1, 2, 3, return. 1, 2, 3, return. 1, 2, 3, return. 2 feet on, roll down. Let your knees just windshield wiper side to side. Good job. A little bit goes a long way, right? All right, let's go ahead and sit up. All right, and then I'm gonna just sit facing the chair, straddling the chair, and I'm gonna have my legs in a slight lateral turnout. I find that I can feel a little bit better in my lower obliques if my legs are not neutral, but in lateral. Place your hands on the pedals. So as a guide for where to be, I want to be tall and close enough that my elbows can be just a little soft, not like super reaching forward, okay? Curve the tail under, and you're gonna tighten up your lower belly, and you roll back, and as you do, it forces the pedals to go down, and then you return to a long spine. So we're starting here. Belly pulls in, and we roll back, and then we lift to reset. Again, tuck, roll. And then inhale, release. 2 more. Curve back and return. And again, curve. And then up. Now this time we're gonna stay upright. Our elbows are kind of bent here, and we're gonna crunch. So rectus abdominis here. If you are someone with osteoporosis, you're not doing this particular move. This is loaded flexion. So please skip this one or do the same that we just did again. 2 more. And last. And then we're all the way up. Okay, I'm gonna change our springs again. We're gonna go with 2 high springs that are light. That means 2 blues at the top. Okay, we're gonna do our adductor work. You're gonna lay on your side. Your ankle bone presses right into the pads until you can be comfortably down here with the ankle bone. Okay, the bottom knee is bent. Let the leg go up, and then we're just pressing down. Hip height, and then press. Inhale up, exhale down. So each time, try to get all the way down so you just kiss the bottom without slamming. 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and then just carefully pedal goes to the top. And we do that, of course, on the other side. Okay, so ankle bone pushes the pedal down to the ground. Get yourself positioned, bottom knee bend. And then we push down. So the pedal sort of slides on the ankle a little bit. Keeping your hips, ribs, and shoulders neutral. 6, 7, and 1 more time. And then let that pedal go to the top. All right, I'm going to split the pedals here. And we're going to do some plank-like movements. Keeping the 2 light springs on, I'm going to push the pedals all the way to the ground and then go ahead and find plank. Now I'm going to open my feet to the width of this mat, and then without rotating, lift and press. So what I mean by rotating is that. All right, so it's a sneaky little oblique exercise in which you keep your shoulders and your hips evenly facing the ground at all times. 2 more each side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. Walk your feet in and roll all the way up. All right, I'm going to put my pedals back together here. All right, all the springs up top. That's the springs that I like to use. If you find this to be easy, feel free to lower your springs towards the bottom. It's always harder. Well, let me say this. Springs are always lighter when your pedals, or let me start again. Your springs are lightest when they're lowest. All right? So I'm gonna sit and then grab the outside, pulling in. Put your butt on the seat and go all the way. So we don't want our back to brush up against the edge of the seat. So give yourself a nice straight back, shoulders down away from the ears. We can start by bending one knee, keeping the other leg out straight, and lifting. So this would be level 1. for our pull-ups. If you're feeling like an overachiever, both legs. Let's get 4 more. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Put those feet under you and come up, rest on the seat. All right, we're gonna do that again. We're gonna do a little change in the tempo. If you need to change your springs, if that was super easy, now's your chance. Okay, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, 1 up. Down, 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 and up. Same position, but on pedals. So let's use our foot, get all the way to the top. Yes, we're at the top, 2 feet, down, 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 up. Down, 2, 3, and up. 5, 2, 3, and up. Lower, lower, lower. 1 more. Down, 2, 3, and all the way up. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna do those triceps again, but this time we're gonna do our full range. Our arms should be plenty warm. If you want it to be easy, you're gonna leave all these springs on. If not, 2 reds on the bottom, 2 blues on top. All right. Standing at the seat, facing the pedals. We're gonna put our heels on, and our hands are on the handles. Shoulders away from the ears. Please, let's get 8, full range. 8, 7. Keep your butt tight. Keep your belly working. 2 more. At the seat. Other way. Turn around. All right, tippy toes, shoulders are back away from the ears. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, best is to ride the pedal down. Carefully let it return up. All right, I'm going to move my platform extender. Okay. I'm going to do some side bends. 1 low red, 1 blue high. Okay. We're laying on our hip, hand on the pedal, and we're down here. So initially when you start, you kind of look like this. Pull the shoulder down, lift this waist up, clean up the feet, and hover. Sort of perfect T to begin. Our feet stay the same. We're gonna side bend, this side crunches, and then we lower down. Side, it's not this. Do you see the difference? So we crunch, and then we go to neutral. Crunch, and neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, all the way up. Short edge, 1 leg off, 1 foot on the ground. We just do this lovely lateral bend to finish that side. Maybe you want to turn down. Untwist, and then up. I'm going to turn my chair around. So, hip, hand, level with the shoulder. So initially when you get down here, there's a lot of sloppiness. So you want to clean up the shoulder, pick up the waist, and square the feet. Yeah? From here, side, neutral, side, neutral. Four, 3, 2, and 1. The way up. One leg off the side, front edge, one foot connects to the ground, and then we take this lovely lateral stretch here. And then maybe down. Untwist, and then all the way back up. All right, so that is it for today. I hope that all of your body feels pretty good. We worked a little bit of everything. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to next time. Until then.